Hello. Oh, wait for some more people come in. Hello, Crashaw. How you doing? Oh boy, long day at work. Long day at work. It was good. It was good. It was really good. It was really, really good. A little bit tired, but it was good. Okay. How was your day? Oh, something trippy, man. Somebody in the bushes. It's like that sometimes. You're gonna have long days like that. And that's all a part of working. You're gonna go through things like that. Hey Kai, how you doing? Well, hello. You look like you're new here. The other people that just came in, do you mind pushing the thumbs up, please? Like, subscribe, or you can wait until I'm done with the live and you can subscribe then. I am going to give you a donation. Okay. You're a troll. I can tell you're a troll. Hello, Ashley. How you doing today? Everybody that just came into my live, can you please push the thumbs up, please? Like, and if you like the live, you can subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that is fine. We're going to speed it up a little bit today because I'm a little bit tired. Girl, I don't have no idea. It be just showing up like that. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But that's a good question. I wouldn't be able to tell you. YouTube like to throw people off. I already knew it wasn't no 18 people up in here. I already had an idea it wasn't 18 people up in here. But I don't be tripping about that type of stuff. I don't even get sized up about it. If it's 18 people, it's 18 people. If it's not, it's not. Hey, Precious, how you doing? Because, guys, I'm not going to front. At first, I was not going to come on here today. Started working today. Had a long day. But I said, let me go ahead and go live and handle my business. And then call it a day. How's everybody's day was today before I get started? How's everybody's day today before I get started? Damn, nobody don't want to really talk about their day. They must have had a rough, y'all must have had a rough day today if y'all not don't want to talk about it. I ain't hear nobody say one thing yet except for Crash Out. Hello, JT. If you just come into this live, can you please push the like, subscribe, and share button, please? If you want to wait until the live is over, then you can subscribe then. If you want to subscribe now, you're more than welcome to do that. Mm. Do, do, do. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Sorry, 7:32. Okay. Let's get started. Who is this? Well, happy birthday to you. Wish you many, many more. Happy birthday. Wish you many, many more. Excuse my energy, y'all. I'm just tired from work. This was my first day at work. So y'all gonna have to excuse the energy. It's kind of dragging a little bit. It's kind of dragging a little bit, so don't criticize me. I just started my first day at work. Okay. Earlier today, I did a live. I did a not a live. I did a. You 7 years old. Not to be rude, but you better get off my line. Being some 7 years old. Can one of my moms take care of that, please? Cause I'm not having no 7 year old up in here. Mm-mm. They are tripping. I'm gonna get them. Mm-mm. I don't want no 7 year old. Mm-mm. That's crazy. You 7 years old. Crash out. Do you see that? Okay. Um, the post that I did earlier this morning talked about having grace. And sometimes in life we don't give each other enough grace um when we do something. And sometimes in life you have to give yourself grace regardless of anything that happens because we so busy coming down on ourselves so much we don't give each other enough grace. You know what I mean? So basically I want to talk about the topic that I was talking about earlier today about grace. And I came up with 5 ways I'm giving myself grace. And when I read this to you, I want you to do the same thing because a lot of us don't give each other enough grace. Um, basically, I'm allowing myself to learn to adjust and ask for help and try again as many times as I need for as long as I need to. So basically, whatever you learn, whatever you adjust from, whatever you go through, as many times that you have to go through it, you have to make sure you have to still give yourself grace. Regardless how many times you fall or go through any type of trials or tribulations. You know what I'm saying? As long as you give yourself grace and you get back up and do what you need to do, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you messed up. As long as you learn from it, that's all that really matters. That's the whole point of you giving yourself grace of whatever that you do. If you learn, adjust, or you ask for help, even if you have to ask for help, it doesn't make you a bad person. You still need to give yourself grace because at least you took the time out to learn and adjust to it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm no longer expecting myself to know things that I haven't experienced. You can't really talk about things if you're not really experienced with it. Because in order for you to tell the next person, like for me telling y'all my life experiences, if I didn't have no type of experience for something that I tell you, then I couldn't explain it to you. You know what I mean? Like if by me telling you my life story of me going through a struggle or losing my job and being able to get back on my feet, I'm able to tell you that because it's a life experience, because I went through it. And all of us go through those type of challenges in life. And if you don't learn lessons, then you can't have life experiences of what you go through. So as long as you don't be expecting yourself to know things, you haven't experienced it. In order for you to be able to experience it, you have to know by going through whatever that you have to go through. And that's by giving yourself grace as well. I'm choosing to be kind to myself and speak to myself with compassion instead of criticism. So instead of you just sitting there criticizing yourself of what you don't have and what you haven't done and what you haven't been able to accomplish right then and there, you should talk to yourself compassionately like, I can do this. I'm able to do this. I'm going to ace this. Or I'm going to make it next year. If you talk to yourself with compassion, like talk to yourself in the mirror, very compassionate, knowing that you got this, knowing that it's going to happen, knowing that it will happen, because it will. So you have to give yourself grace by, motivating yourself instead of criticizing yourself, saying, "Damn, I should have did this. Dang, I should have did that. Oh, dang, this didn't happen." You know what I'm saying? Talk to yourself with compassion instead of criticism, because that's going to lower down your self-esteem and you're not giving yourself grace. So you have to learn when you give yourself grace instead of criticizing yourself. You should talk to yourself compassionate. I'm no longer allow myself to label myself as weak or feel embarrassed because of my feelings or my limits. Sometimes in life, we're going to sit there and put a self as a label of weak. And I know that I used to call myself weak when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in life, we're going to do that. We're going to beat up on ourselves, call ourselves weak, and be embarrassed of what we have done. But you shouldn't in life put yourself as a label of weak, because you're not a weak person. You're a very strong person. And you have to always say that to yourself all the time, that I'm a strong person and I'm going to be able to do this. I'm capable of doing this. Because when you always sitting there talking down about yourself and consider yourself weak, you're going to be weak. So instead of you thinking that you're weak, you're not weak. You're a strong person. Just because you lose a job or um your cell phone got cut off or something like that, it doesn't make you weak. You can still bounce up for that. You can still recover from that. You can still do what you need to do. There was a reason why I call myself Pretty Hard the Conqueror. Because that's a name for somebody that's strong, and I am a strong person. Some people might not think I'm strong. Some people might think I'm weak. But I'm not a weak person. So always remember that you're not weak. You're a very strong person that's able to conquer anything in life. And don't ever feel embarrassed, because being embarrassed is not an option. Everybody falls down every day. Everybody take falls every day. Everybody messes up. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you stronger when you learn your lessons from when you did what you did. But that doesn't ever make you weak. And don't ever think that, because you are a strong individual. And the last one, I'm allowing myself to make mistakes without shame, guilt, or criticism. I just repeated that just now. Everybody's going to make mistakes in life. We're not perfect. When you make a mistake, get your butt back up and do it again. That's all you really have to do. As long as you get up every day and keep fighting and keep going and do what you need to do, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what people think. And it doesn't make you weak at all. And I will say that I had made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. And everybody do. But I feel like even though you make a mistake, it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you small. It doesn't make you a less of a person. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you're not a good person. And like I said, everybody makes mistakes all the time. Everybody makes mistakes all the time. And it's part of life. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever give up on yourself, and don't ever sit there and think that you're weak at all, because you're not. You're still a good person and you still have a good heart, but you have to believe that within yourself. Because if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to believe it. Nobody else won't believe it unless you do. You know, it's part of life. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does. All the time. All the time. And you should be blessed that you still here to learn lessons and to keep going every day and learning lessons. And it looks like this my thing had frozen. It must have frozen. But you should be blessed that you're here every day surviving and learning lessons and making mistakes, because that's what life is all about. Life is all about learning, making mistakes, and falling. That's what makes life interesting. That's why I did that post today talking about grace. Because you have to always give yourself grace all the time. Because if you don't give yourself some type of grace to lift your spirits up, and you walking around here down, out of whack and everything like that, then what's the point of living life? You know? But this is the shortest live that I have ever done today. I swear, I think this got frozen. Okay.